And we're back. Let's get back to it. Now we can leave town. The hardest part initially on this was figuring out the controls. Password. Blackbird. F sucky to feed people. Oh, interesting. 1 o'clock. Okay. Maybe I should buy some food before I leave town. They didn't do anything, but I might not even have any food left. I have the sausages. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that I gotta just like do it manually each time. Sausage. Did carry all the food, yeah. You like double click on the food and then double click on the person. More. Yeah, it's based on like what they say, yeah. I also can't tell who's talking. Please, sir, may I have more? Let's buy some food. Got money. Buy. Bet your bread's pretty cheap. I will carry that. Of course they'll carry that. Okay. Big and hot, nice. Look at all that bread. Okay, so he's full. Still hungry. Of course you are. Ah, very tasty. Okay, I think that means he's filled. Alright, let's leave town. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Really? Okay, who's hungry? Jesus, how much bread can this kid eat? Soon be plump, okay. A growing boy, clearly. We will swim to Britain. Check the map. Britain is in your north. Oh, okay. That cloud freaked me out the first time I saw it. Oh, we're getting rained on. Not now. North of Trinsic. Okay. Why does it seem like the game's speeding up? Does that sometimes? Got it. I'm poisoned? I'm dying. Help! We escaped the town. Wow. Yeah. You're too powerful. Yeah. Help! We're dying! See the town bartender. She looks very busy. She obviously takes pride in her work. What's your name? I am Polly. It's a pleasure to meet thee. Bye. Salty dog. This. See a man whose eyes slowly shift back and forth as a crooked smile curls his lips. He walks up to you, looks you up and down. Oh, there must be a traveling show in town, he says, sniggering. That is a very nice clown costume. Who art thou? Plunge. Very well, Plunge. What dost thou want? Name. My name is Morphin. It's Morphin time. Job. I'm a merchant who operates one of the most thriving businesses in Paws. Includes the slaughterhouse. What about the slaughterhouse? I take it thou hast noticed the smell. If so, I do apologize. Shrugs his shoulders, grinning, and holds his palms upward. I think of it as the smell of success. Thou mayest purchase some meat if thou wishest. Pause. I do suppose my ventures are profitable enough for me to afford to move to Britain. The things are so much less expensive here. Of course, the theft has me a bit wary. If thou dost wish to know more about the people here, speak to the couple who run the fellowship shelter, Pereduin and Britta. What about the theft? Thou art a stranger in Paws. Beware the thief who roams this town. The culprit has stolen a quantity of my valuable silver serpent venom. Venom. A terrible crime causing me no small amount of monetary distress. It has caused the surrounding community to worry about their possessions as well. I would be thine humble servant, shouldst thou help investigate the matter. Wilt thou? Sure. Then I shall cooperate fully, my lord. Good day to thee. Ow. See an old woman who gives you a smile of grandmotherly sweetness. You can see immediately that her vision is poor. My name is Berberlia. Job. Why, I run the House of Items here in Paws. Avatar is a fancy word for detective, I guess so. The House of Items. It is a shop that sells antiques, previously used items. Running this shop allows me to remain youthful and active. It is heartening to sell things to the poor people of this town that they might not otherwise be able to afford. Here in Paws, the people have very little money, but it matters not because they care for each other. All right. Good day, my lord. You see a beggar leaning on a crutch. His eyes shine like diamonds with sheer bitterness. Your name? My name is Comor. What's your job? I am a dancer, my lord. He cannot keep a straight face and almost falls off his crutches. Ha 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 ha. Tis a ripe one, Comor. I was not always a beggar. Like Fen and Merrick, I used to be a farmer, too. But times got worse. Times are always bad in Paws. Veritable wonderland, is it not? Ben. Ben and me are chums, and will be to the day we die. We share each other's vast expanses of wealth. Ha 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 ha! With thy witch thou shouldst be on stage! Wealth. Yea, verily, Fen and I share all that we own, which in its totality is the clothes on our backs and the snot in our throats. Chums. Ben and me have been friends since we were little tiny babes. I would bet that thou didst not think we would end up like this, eh, Fen? Not in the wildest dreams, Comor. Merrick. A royal rotten egg he is. Merrick turned his back on us and now spends each night in a warm, cozy bed. Which is more than either one of us have had for some time. Turned his back? The only thing worse than his miserable existence is having Merrick sniff around and try to recruit us. The bloody parasite. Ed? Merrick sleeps in the shelter run by the Fellowship. They feed him, too. He had to join before they would help him. Shelter. Shelter is the large building filled with fawning hypocrites. Thou shouldst have little trouble finding it. Fellowship. We could have joined, but they are a foul lot. Anybody acting so bloody nice must be up to no good. There are some compromises we will not make, even to survive. Yes, I'll give you some money. How much? 5 gold. Thank thee, my lord. You see a beggar. You cannot tell from the look in his face whether he is about to laugh or cry. Name? My name is Fen, my lord. Thief. Be wary, for there is a thief in this town. Some silver serpent venom was stolen from the merchant Morphin, who runs the slaughterhouse. He looks away from you shamefully. I have none, my lord. None. I used to be a farmer in more prosperous times. I used to work with Comor and Merrick. Merrick joined the Fellowship so he could live in their shelter. Or sod. Shelter. Humph. If thou art so unfortunate as to want to live there, thou wouldst do better in the corner with Comor and I. A corner. Even when pockets are light, there is still some mercy left in this world. Begging for money is not a proud profession, but there are worse ones. Worse. At least we do not have to do what Merrick does. He recruits for the Fellowship. Comor. He is my best friend, and the bravest man I know. Oh, please, thou art making mine eyes leak. Fellowship. If the Fellowship truly wants to help people, why would they let us starve and just because we do not want to join? They cannot answer that one. Starve. Do not worry, we shall not starve. Camille sends her son Tobias with food and clothing for us every so often. Tobias. He is a fine lad, always willing to give us a hand, unlike that rude urchin, Garrett. Garrett? He is the son of Feridwin and Britta, who run the shelter. Garrett crosses the road to avoid us. We would not want the likes of him walking down our side of the road anyway. Camille is a good woman. She lives at the farm bordering the dairy. Give. Wilt thou give me a bit of money? Yes. How much? 5. Thank thee, my lord. Good fortune to ye, my lord. Children's! It's fun so far. How you doing today, buddy? Good to see you. Give a shout out to Squid Monarchy. They mostly play Neverwinter Nights, and they're the ones that suggested this game for me. And shout out to the Chillruns, who I fairly recently saw playing Ultima 6. But they mostly do speedruns, currently working on Super Mario Bros. 2. 80% speedrunning, so go check out Chillruns. And welcome on in, Dove. It's good to see you, friend. Check out Dove. They do a lot of Final Fantasy Challenge runs. Fellow Treppy. Graphics perspective looks like Ultima 6. Yes, it is similar. Yeah, everyone follow those people. Treppies love, hell yeah. I love meeting all the Treppies now. Okay, this looks like a windmill. You see a man covered in the sweat of a hard day's work. What's your name? I'm Thurston. What's your job? I operate the mill here in Pause. Pause. In case thou hast not noticed, the people who live here are not so well off as their cousins who live in Britain. In fact, we have even had a theft recently. What about a thief? Indeed, thou shouldst be wary, my lord. There is a thief in this town. That's what they tell me. Everyone coming in for the Ultima, hell yeah. Yeah, I think it's it's interesting to check out Ultima because it's such a big part of RPG history. Morphin, a merchant who had several vials of valuable silver snake venom stolen. Snake venom. It is procured from the silver serpent. I believe gargoyles used it habitually in the old days. I am not so sure what it might do to a human. Perhaps Morphin can tell thee more. About the mill. The local economy depends upon the mill for flour, so I ensure that the mill runs. Sometimes I feel that keeping the wheels turning is the only reason to live. Reason to live. I have no wife or family. I have thought about joining the fellowship, but I refuse. I have nothing but my work and a drink at the Salty Dog now and then. Dog. In truth, I go there more to be near Polly, the innkeeper, than for the wine. But she is always busy tending bar and has no time for me, I am sure. Flour. A sack will cost thee 12 gold. Art thou interested in purchasing some? I'm good. Perhaps next time, my lord. The fellowship. I know they do good work here in town, but there is just something about them that makes me uncomfortable. Alright. Reminds me of playing old Elder Scrolls games. Giving me the ultimate itch. Nice. Arg! Windmill. Am I dying? Ouch. That seems like I'm alright. It's a good time to save. Check your status. Yeah, it's like S. No. It's Z. No. Don't want to quit the DOS. Yeah. Yeah, I see I'm poisoned. Oh. Is that what hits is? 5 hit points? Okay. How do I fix poison? I'm down to 4. No, I'm not poisoned anymore. Can I rest to get health back? Rest, okay. I have to sleep at the inn. Rio? Mill, okay. The proprietor, can I get a room? For but 5 gold, thou canst let one of our lovely rooms. Dost thou wish to stay here for the night? Yes. Here is thy key for this inn. It will work once. You are unscrupulous, you can actually sleep on any bed. Nice. Oh, here it is. There we go. And let's just... Pleasant dreams. Actually, like, wait till day. For the 3 hours? Time it is, so...
Yes, my friend, rest and heal, so that you are strong and able to face the perils before you. Pleasant dreams.
Love that. Arise, plunge. Okay. Are we healed? Oh, wow. No, we have 18. I assume that's fully healed? I don't know. This. Does this mean they're hungry? Hunger icon. Got it. So far, the feeding is the only tedious part. Spark's hungry too. Mm. Oh, they're closed. Okay. Well, let's talk about Thurston. You relate to Polly what you heard Thurston say about her. He was taken completely by surprise. Thurston really said that about me? I have always liked him, but in truth I have always thought I was not good enough for him. About the thief. There is a thief in this town. Silver Serpent Venom was stolen from Morphin, merchant who operates a slaughterhouse. Yep. Door. Hey, get back here. Stop running around. You see a cheerful, handsome young man who gives you a friendly wave as you approach. Who are you? My name is Andrew. How art thou, my lord? Job. I am the owner and proprietor of the dairy here in Paws. Of the thief. Be wary, for there is a thief in this town. Some Silver Serpent Venom was stolen from Morphin. What about Morphin? He bought the slaughterhouse a few years ago. Soon after, he joined the Fellowship. I knew the previous owner. Its owner. I was just a lad when I first saw the old slaughterhouse. The old man who owned it even showed me the storeroom in there once. The door to it is locked. I think Morphin has the key somewhere in his house. What about the venom? It could be hidden anywhere. With all the trade that occurs in this town, it would be easy to hide. I do not know much else about the substance. Perhaps Morphin himself would know what kinds of effects it might produce. Pause. Of course, everyone is up in arms about this business concerning the missing venom. What about the dairy? Yes, I sell milk and cheese. Thou mayest find the dairy between Camille's farm and the slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse? The slaughterhouse is run by Morphin, the merchant. He is always busy, coming and going at all hours, sometimes carrying things. Camille. Camille is a good woman. She is still an advocate for the old virtues. Runs the farm by herself. Well, with the help of her son, Tobias. A rather defensive young lad. I cannot say that I know that much about him. Milk. Gallon will cost 3 gold. Okay. How much is the cheese, though? Buy some fucking cheese. It is. Bye. Your kid. Damn. Is he still hungry? That's good. Lots of corn. You see a small man with a twisted, sloped posture. He looks you up and down before deciding he will speak to you. I had gotten word that you were coming into our town. I have been expecting thee. I must admit, though, that I find it difficult to believe that thou art truly the Avatar. My name is Feridwin. I run the Fellowship Shelter with my wife Britta and my son Garrett. Herein pause. Okay, let's talk about pause. As this is a small town with few privileges and very little privacy, our family has come to know everyone in Pause quite well. Is there someone thou dost wish to hear about? I am well acquainted with these people. You know what? I don't really want to talk about any of that. Can't ask him about the thief. The gargoyles, apparently. See a simple peasant woman. Her face is etched with sorrow. What is your name? I am Alina. I have none, my lord, save for being the mother of my child. I am waiting for mine husband, Weston, to return from Britain. Weston. Mine husband is imprisoned in Britain for stealing fruit from the royal orchards. Stealing. Mine husband is no thief, my lord. He went there to buy fruit for the child and me so that we would have enough to eat. He has been wrongfully accused, I am certain of it. We are very poor, and my baby and I are presently living in the Fellowship Shelter because we have nowhere else to go. Sometimes it helps to talk to people more than once. Conversation prompts sometimes trigger on a second try. Interesting. Cassie is my daughter. Just a wee babe. She is mine only joy. Shelter. We are fortunate that we are able to live by the Fellowship's good graces, but I do not know how long we will be allowed to stay. Allowed? In general? Okay, thank you. They tell me the shelter is only for members of the Fellowship. Unless I join soon, I shall be asked to leave. I have nowhere else to go. Fellowship. It was a member of the Fellowship that has accused mine husband. Now they wish for me to join them. They say that if I join, they will be attempt to free mine husband. But it was they who unjustly accused him. I cannot trust them, but I fear I may have no choice. I cannot join the Fellowship without feeling that I am betraying mine husband. How could I become one of those who have falsely accused him? Yet, if I do not, they will not allow my child and me to live here. Sobs and covers her face with her hands. It is so unfair. I must choose between starvation and betrayal. If only Weston were here. I don't know what to do. Well, bye. Pleasant day to thee, my lord. Yeah, not the Avatar's problem. Sorry. I'm an Avatar, not a lawyer. Be a jovial young man who gives you a friendly greeting. Who are you? I am Garrett, son of Feridwin and Britta. Britta. Oh, she is just my mother. She does whatever my father doth tell her to do. What about Feridwin? My father works for the Fellowship, helping the poor people in Pause. He tries to recruit them, but most refuse. Poor people. My father says that the poor people reject the Fellowship because of the triad of inner strength requires strength of character. My father says the poor are weak of character, that is why they are poor. They do not have to be. They are just too lazy to work. Dost thou agree? No. Then thou must be a person of weak character also. True. My father was once the head recruiter in Britain until they moved in here. I once heard him talking to Mother about how the Fellowship was wasting its time here. Pause. Actually, I do not like this town very much. The people here are all poor, and the only one mine own age is Tobias. And, he adds, there is a thief here. How about that thief? There is a thief in this town. Our merchant, Morphin, had some valuable silver serpent venom stolen from him. Culprit is still free. Be wary. But Tobias. He and his mother reject the fellowship. They are witless, stupid, and I do not like them. Bye. Bye then. Kid's problem. Oh, tea? Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. Nope. That's okay. All the good hockey's in the sequel. What am I supposed to do with this kid? Well, faster is fast, apparently. I know, art thou, my lord? Camille asks. Listen to this. You see a sulking lad who doesn't seem to want to look you in the eye. Just what I need. Another avatar, he mumbles under his breath. You. I am Tobias. I suppose I am to believe thou art someone important. What about the thief? There's a thief running free in paws. He stole silver serpent venom from Morphin, owner of the slaughterhouse. No one knows who he is. Well, great help. I am too young to have a job. I just help my mother on the farm. Your mother? Her name is Camille. She speaks of thee, or rather she speaks of the Avatar, what I meant to say. Some people in town think she is mad because she still believes in the 8 virtues. Thou hast already met her. What are the 8 virtues? My mother once took me to the shrine of sacrifice when I was younger. That was soon after my father died, so I do not remember it very well. I do not think it is there anymore, for she never talks about going back. I think that perhaps she does not want to mention it because there are so many in town who belong to the fellowship, and because it makes her sad. Fellowship. For the first time he looks you in the eye. I hate the fellowship. The only other person in town mine own age is that cretin Garrett, and all he ever talks about, and it is all he ever talks about. He is always trying to convince my mother to join. Clenches his fist angrily. Please do not mention them again. Garrett. He is the only other boy in town anywhere near mine age. Parents do not want him playing with me because they think that associating with those kind people will hamper his education. Some such rubbish. I cannot stand the little bastard. I hate the way he plays those stinking whistle panpipes. Other join? Those bloody fellowship people know that everyone is never more than a meal away from being penniless. They say that they want us to join immediately because the shelter is intended to help only fellowship members. Kidnap all the kids, yeah. If we ever need to live there, they may have to turn us away in favor of other fellowship members. Farm. My mother grows grain. Dost thou not know a farm when thou dost see one? Tobias looks at you as if he thinks you are a bit dim. Avatar. Art thou truly the Avatar? Yes, as far as I'm aware. Thou art no Avatar, Tobias frowned. All right. Grain. Sells grain to Thurston the miller from the time to time that we may have to go to the pub to buy milk at the dairy once in a while. But we usually just grow crops to keep ourselves fed. Thurston. He is one of the few people in town that I like. He is nice to us. It is that place just south of here, run by the Fellowship. Fellowship. For the first time, he looks at you in the eye. I hate the Fellowship. Garrett? Yeah, I already asked. Hey, Robert Douglas, welcome on in. Thank you for taking the plunge. How are you tonight? The top left looks like Hasbola. I'm not aware. I'm not familiar. They're actually harvesting the wheat, which is doing pretty good. Playing some Ultima. Steal some of the wheat to make bread. I am not going to translate that right now. Are we there yet? Wheat. Welcome to Britain. Wow, it really isn't that far at all. Let's do a save real quick. You can solve the mission pause, but you don't have to. Yeah, I was considering going back there. Let's take a look. Avatar, oh Avatar, I have news. Garrett, my son, told me that Tobias was in possession of some silver snake venom. I went to investigate it and found Tobias with it. I have often said that Tobias was no good. Now here is proof. He is the thief that has been preying upon one of our honest merchants. And to think I let him come into contact with my son. I hope he shall be dealt with in a manner appropriate to the one who is leading youth astray from the way of the Fellowship. I suggest that you go and speak with his mother at once. Emil should keep a tighter rein on her offspring. Avatar, my son Tobias has been wrongly accused. He is no thief, and I cannot believe a vial of venom was found in his possession. I truly believe it was planted there. Please, I beg thee, please clear my son's name. He has done no wrong. I know my son Tobias has suffered for not having a father. I have tried my best on mine own to raise him well. This farm requires so much work that I fear I do not have enough time to devote to him. But I know in mine heart that my son is not a thief. Might I suggest that thou speak with Morphin again? He may have recognized signs of usage of this foul substance in other members of the village. It's morphin' time. Greetings, Plunge, says Morphin. Tobias stole Venom. I am not so sure Tobias was the one who stole the Venom. I have not seen any of the signs of Venom use in Tobias, and I am quite familiar with his symptoms. But now that I think about it, I have noticed that Garrett has appeared very tired lately. Seems hyperactive, but unhealthy the next. Perhaps thou shouldst make a search of Garrett's belongings. Which reminds me, I saw him earlier playing near the slaughterhouse. He dropped this key. Perhaps it opens something. Here it is. Data thief. I don't know which house Garrett's is. Everleia. Oh, yeah, she. Pretending clean. Send the gargoyles back. That's Tobias's house. Oh, is it this one? This is the shelter. Oh, they live at the shelter, that's right. Oh. Ah. Those are for babies. Okay, so is it this? Yeah. Oh God. Sorry. Never mind. Just Avatar doing Avatar things. Totally not endangering the life of a child. I've been watching too much Squid Monarchy. Ah, there's the locked chest. What's that? Oh, it's wool. Oh, green key. I see it now. Oh. Mirror. Bag. Oh, look at that. Venom. Won't fit. Fit. Oh, because I just. Yeah, a lot of keys in there. It's hard to differentiate them. Carry bag separate from the backpack, if I remember correctly. Oh, cool. Hey, KW, it's good to see you. Welcome on in. How are you today? I know when a mirror might come in handy. Yeah, no, it's very different. You don't see a lot of people playing Ultima games. I guess I should bring this to Morphin. Oh no, you're good. I fully encourage backseating for this. I would be horribly lost otherwise. But I'm pretty proud of myself for figuring out what I have so far. Thank you. Okay. I thank thee for ferreting out the thief and returning my snake venom. Cool. Might have finished. Yeah, if you'd encourage backseating, yeah. Well, maybe you could have Squid Monarchy help you out, though I don't know how much they know Ultima 6. Open world and you're doing well with the plot. Good, thank you. I enjoyed watching you play that, Chill. It was pretty cool. I respect the steadfastness and vigilance of figuring things out on your own. Yeah, it has a lot of there's a lot of stuff in the manual to read, so I don't know if any of that's relevant to the main plot. Uh can I tell you you're full of shit? Can I tell you your son's a thief? That is helpful for the little bits, but the main plot is doable without having a map is good though, yeah. Do I need to do anything else to complete this quest, or is it done? I think I got some XP. I did talk to Morphin. I returned the Venom. Okay. Yeah, Chill is stubborn, but we all love him for it. I have said it 1,000 times. Tobias is weak of character. He and his mother are poor because they are lazy. Now I am proven right because Tobias is a thief. A thief who has been caught. I. Yeah, there's no like actual thing. Other thief. Yep. I already gave out the Venom though. No. Did I screw up this quest? Falsely accused. That is right. Garrett did it. I just know it. He was in my room the other day when I came in from the fields. He said he was looking for a ball, but I do not believe him. Thou canst believe me or not. I do not care. But if thou art truly the Avatar, thou wilt know I'm telling the truth. Oh, I just don't get to see the kid snivel. I'm okay with that. I guess we can move on to Britain now. But first, we're going to do a save. Short break. Saving. Alrighty. BRB, everybody.